Freedom, oh, freedom. And before I be a slave, I'll go home to my grave and go home to my Father and be free. Freedom, oh, freedom. And before I be a slave, I'll go home to my grave and go home to my Father and be free. A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. We continue to celebrate Child's Month, but ladies and gentlemen, today someone sent me a video of an adult that held on to a young kid, a young black boy. And the kid was only 14 years old. And he says the kid took his pants and ran off. And he caught up with the kid. By this time, there was a lot of people coming around with video cameras and so on. And he was saying he wanted to locate where the child's parents were, but the child wouldn't say. And he began to ask the child how old the child is. The child said, I'm 14 years old. And then he asked the question, what do you want? Do you want a whipping? Or you want me to tell your parents? And I couldn't hear clearly whether the kid said he wanted a whipping. But what this grown man did, ladies and gentlemen, he took his belt and he began to publicly beat this kid on his buttocks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this doesn't cut too well with me. I understand it takes a village to raise a child because I was grown in the 50s. In the early 60s, I was born 1957, where if you does something wrong in the streets going home from school, a total stranger can hold you and put a punishment on you. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not about putting no punishment on no child. This is about humiliating this child, because what he did was he publicly took his belt and he began to whip this kid. You know what this scenario reminds me of? It reminds me of the action block, when we had young black males being put up on the action block, and then they take another coon nigger to beat this black man into submission or into punishment. And that's what it looks like to me. It doesn't show a concerned black adult looking at a kid going astray or looking at a kid being misguided and wants to bring this kid back to reality. He put a public humiliation on this 14-year-old kid. And that's why other people can just grab a black child and just beat him up and do anything that they want with this kid. You know what I mean? This touches the core of my heart. There are many ways that he could have dealt with this situation. He talked about he didn't want to go to the police because he didn't want the kid to have a record. The kid is only 14 years old, right? I doubt he would have had a record for that. You know, another thing also, even if he calls the police, he can say it in such a way that, you know what I mean? It's disciplinary, not barbaric. You understand where I'm coming from? So this touches the core of my heart. I don't know if any of you have seen this video, but this video is out there circulating on WhatsApp. Matter of fact, I was talking to a friend of mine, Ira. He's hails from Guyana, Georgetown, Guyana. And we were talking this morning about this, and man, Ira was just as caught up as I was. As a matter of fact, Ira was so caught up that he said if that was his kid, he probably might have put a cap in his ass. You know what I mean? So I'm not condoning what the child did. I'm a child advocate. As you see, I'm wearing Shanika Anderson on my chest because I always remember this little 6-year-old girl that was taken from the Coronation Market in 2005, and she was taken all the way to Manly Meadows, where she was brutally sexually assaulted vaginally and anally by some unscrupulous, nasty man. So Shanika will always be in my heart. Courtney Walker will always be in my heart. And all the children that have suffered traumatic experiences under the hands of their parents, their family members, guardians, total stranger, we fireball. The Honorable Marcus Garvey thinks seriously that we at all times should look out for our children. In looking out for our children, we can't humiliate them. We can't publicly whip them with everybody flicking out a goddamn video phone and further humiliating this little black boy. So this is just my take on it. I don't know how you feel about it, but as far as I'm concerned, that ain't showing love at all. That is showing humiliation. You're an asshole as far as I'm concerned. If that was my child, I'd put a whipping in your ass. Alright? Matter of fact, he can also be charged because that is against the law for what he did. He assaulted a minor, a 14-year-old minor. He could have handled the situation far better than how he did. Thank you all for watching, and I do hope you have a great day. Rastafari live, and the Honorable Marcus Garvey live. One love.